Hey y'all, it is Sunday, and I went to church, and it was a pretty good sermon. And then they had the church conference, which I had to leave. I missed because I had to go get the mister from work. But the vote was in, and the pastor staying. So I was like, all right, okay. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but I know next Sunday I'm going to stay at the house and really focus on where I should be and what I should be doing. Because I'm still on the fence. And I don't know why I'm letting stuff bother me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. Like my mom tells me sometimes, my heart's too big for my britches sometimes. And I think that's an issue that I have is my heart, some things I just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is not a woe is me. The backdrop was supposed to be here today. It has yet to make it, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a video. Because it says out for delivery. That's what the mister told me, but it's 3:30 in the afternoon, and I don't know if it's going to be here. Also at church, they're going to do a women's Bible study from 2 to 3:30 every Sunday, afternoon. And I kind of want to join it. I kind of do. But, I'm not very good with females because a lot of drama and nonsense. But I feel like these are females from the church. There shouldn't be that. So I should be okay. We'll see what happens. But today's video, I want to go over 3 yarns that I absolutely love. And just kind of talk about them. Because I haven't done a video like that where, well, I may have, I don't know. Randomly, I talk about some yarn that I really like. So, my first one is pretty obvious. Hirschner's Worsted 8 yarn. I love that yarn. Let me remind you. Worsted 8. It doesn't say Worsted 8 on here, but it's Worsted 8 yarn. And the reason I love Hirschner's, not only is it cheap, you get 489 yards for $4.47. But they are ahead of their time in the yarn world because of this little feature right here. It shows you where the end of the yarn is. I'm a center pull kind of gal, and I struggle with this, trying to find the center piece. So, Hirschner's, and they have a ton of colors at Hirschner's. There's a big variety of solids, prints, and they're always coming out with new ones. So Hirschner's always is my go-to yarn. I didn't know about this next yarn until Miss Patty sent it for donation for the yarn ministry. It's called Big Twist, and I think it's a Joann's exclusive, I think. But it's 380 yards for $4.49. So you don't get as many yards, and you pay a little more than Hirschner's. But it's real smooth. It glides. I like it. It doesn't cut my finger. Really nice yarn, right? And then my other one is Mainstays Walmart yarn. The colors are extremely limited. I think there's only like 12. There's not a lot of color choice there. But it's 397 yards for $2.98. So Hirschner's is just, for me, a better thing. The shipping's a little slow. I will say that. The shipping's a little slow. But it's nothing major. And if the very last yarn, if I have to use a yarn because I needed the color in that, it's Red Heart Super Saver. It's the last choice on my list. I didn't take down any of the numbers because I don't really care about this yarn, but they have a ton of color choices. A ton. The only problem, well, two problems I have with it is it's real scratchy, really, really scratchy. And I think, and I don't know this, okay, so I'm not putting them on blast, but I'm just going by the way it feels. You would think there's fiberglass in that yarn because every time I use that yarn, you see that right there? It cuts me open. That's from Red Heart Super Saver. It cuts me open every single time I use it. I'm not a fan. But they do have a lot of colors. And their yarn has gone up. It has gone up a lot. And it's still crappy quality. I forgot about the other one. The other one I like, but I can't afford because it's just too much money for a small skinny yarn. Is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. It's really silky smooth. Love it, love it, love it. They have a lot of colors, but it's fairly expensive, and I'm just like, no, 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 no. And I like working with this that Miss Julie sent for the yarn ministry. Is party yarn. It's super nice. Not, it's. I thought the sparkle would rub my hand weird, but it's super soft and nice. The only problem I have with this one is I can't find the center start. So when I reach in there, hold on, I got a mess. So when I reach in there and pull out just a little to see if I can find it, I have yarn bars everywhere. And it takes a long time to untangle it. And sometimes, like this, there is no untangling this. So I have to cut it and reattach. And I feel like I'm wasting yarn. This is the only one I had to cut. Thankfully, I was able to get out the rest of the mess. But they make it very hard to find the center pull. And even with this cut, I still can't untangle it. Okay. It's still just a knotted mess. And I hate wasting yarn. That is one of my big pet peeves, is if I have to cut it because of knots and I can't get them out. It may not seem like a lot to waste, but in my world it is. It is. I want to use every inch of that yarn. And but I'm loving the blanket though. I'll show you some of it. I'm not going to undo it all because I'm in a spot, where I don't really want to deal with it. Hold on, let me make my loop a little bigger so I don't lose my stitch. But, I mean, how cool is that? This doesn't do it justice. It is so much prettier in person. And I cannot wait for my friend to get it. I pretty much have made a blanket for everybody in church that I want to make a blanket for. I think so. So what I'm going to start, I already started it in January. But at the end of January, I want to look back from January 1 to whenever the end of January is and see how many blankets I was able to accomplish. Because I would like to keep records of that to see. I really would like to make 3 blankets a month. And I want to see if I reach that goal. Because I'm not sure I have for this month. 1, 2. I don't think I have for this month. I think the one I'm working on is 3. But I'm not sure. I had to look at it. But, yeah. That's why I love this planner. I'm just telling you. I love it. Because it gives you both sides. One side for crochet. Well, I mean, I don't think that's what they intended it for, but I'm using it that way. One side for my crochet information, and the other side for appointments, whatever I need to write down, yada, yada, yada. And then at the very back, Excuse me, ma'am. Get in your position. There's spots for notes and to do, but I put my goal right here, or what I end with. I'm gonna put it right there. But I think I'm gonna try to make 3 month blanket a month. I don't think I'm talking very well. This isn't working out. you know, I've kind of, I hate to admit this, but I have kind of been looking at world records of crochet stuff, because if I can do, I haven't found a record for so many blankets made a year. That would be cool to have a award for that. That would be kind of cool, you know. But I'm not doing it for the numbers. I'm doing it because I love what I do, and I love giving. And like I keep saying, as long as God provides, I will answer that call. I love, love, love to give. And if you would like to give to the yarn ministry, the email down below in the description box is my PayPal email, and the PO box is down there. You do not have to give. You do not have to give at all. Just being supportive in the background works for me. I love y'all, and I'm sorry, excuse me. And you know, don't ever feel like you have to give. If it's on your heart, then do it. I used to be really, really adamant about no one giving. No, I don't want to take your money. No, I don't, and everything like that. And then I've told you about this, but for the newer people is, I was talking to the mister about it. And he's like, you love to give, right? And I was like, well, yeah. He goes, you love that feeling. And I said, yeah. He goes, well, maybe the people that are trying to give to you have that same feeling. And you've got to let them give sometimes. And I said, the problem with it is I don't want anyone saying that I'm sitting here begging. Because that's not what I want. I do not want that. And he goes, well, they have to decide, if they decide that they want to that they want to give you support or whatever the case may be, let them. And I'm learning how to do that. I just have a hard time accepting things, because I know what it's like to be financially poor and financially just, and I don't want anybody to feel like that to support my ministry. So anyway, that's all. And the mister put the light up. I'm so proud. Now we can see in here. But hopefully the backdrop will happen today. I don't know. But it's going to go right here. You won't see much of it, but it'll be there. And then I'm probably going to get some lights. I wish this camera would chill out a little bit and not be so close. You know what I'm saying? Because this is zoomed out as best as it'll go. You can really zoom into where you're just looking at my skin. That's kind of gross. So I wish it would go out a little bit further, but it is what it is. I know I have 2 investments this year that I really need to invest. One is a mattress. I desperately, desperately want my own clean, brand new mattress. Desperately want one of those. That's a priority for me. The second one is not much of a priority. It's more of a want. But it needs to happen before the other happens. And that is a new chair. A new rolly chair. Because this one is from like I want to say 50s or 60s. I found this at an antique store. And it's a really, really, really old. And it's showing its age. It's starting to wear out. I'm a big girl in a little chair. But I love it. It's got wood handles. It's all framed in wood. I mean, it's just gorgeous little chair. But I need to work on saving up for another chair because I don't know how much longer this one's got in it. I want a gaming chair, one of the gaming chairs, but I cannot justify spending $100 something. I just can't. And I looked at Goodwill, and I'm always leery of Goodwill stuff because you never know what's happened to it or if the bugs or whatever. But they have an office chair. They used one that looks used. They want like $80 for the thing. They gotta be out of their freaking mind. Out of their mind. So that's the two things I want to save up for. And hopefully I can make it happen. If not, we always have next year. So Mimo sends, sometimes, well, she has sent. I know eventually it's not going to be able to happen anymore. But Mimo sends money for my birthday and Christmas. And then I use that for bills or whatever. And then sometimes I'll use it to get what I need that I've been saving up for. And I may put some on my wish list. Because sometimes people find my wish list and help out. I don't advertise it. If you can find it, fine. If you can't, don't worry about it. I don't advertise it. So, anyway, y'all, I can't believe I've been yakking for 16 minutes. Somebody should have unplugged me by now. So, I love you guys so much. And just be sure to spread positivity this year. More positivity. More love and understanding. Y'all take care and enjoy your day.